We're going to try this again. Hopefully this time it works. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And let me do my own sound check. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Oh, it sounds all right. All right, so I was sitting here. I have not done a video since I messed up that Lion-O. Just have not been feeling it since that big mess up. So I was cleaning up and I thought, you know what? I should open up this gray horse. So you're probably wondering, well, here I have this cool Brave Star from, well, the Marshall from Ramen Toys. And he needs a horse. He needs a horse, of course, because we got horses for all the other characters. So, so this guy right here, I've been using a horse for him. And, oh man, I got a lot of mixed up stuff in here. Let me put this horse over here. Let's put out some horses, shall we? Whoop. All right. And that's this guy's horse, of course. You got to say of course after you say horse. You just can't say horse and not say of course. Of course. There you go, overkill. So I bought this gray horse and I was not very happy with it because it's gray and just looks lame. But then I realized that Brave Star's horse 3030 is a gray horse. And now I'm looking at it and realize this gray horse has a black head. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about it when I open it up, but we'll see. We'll take a look and see how well it looks. And we'll go from there. Oh, where is... There it is. Wow, that's really very deep. The brown horse for my other figure. So that's why I decided to go with this larger horse, because that's what I'm using for everybody else. Oh, get along, little doggy. I don't know why they call them little doggies. They're horses. Oh, I gotta fix these legs on this guy. Hoop, hoop, don't fall, man. Don't fall. Oh. Okay, so let's get this open. Hey, Matthew, thanks for joining us. Yep. Actually, my daughter's at the airport getting picked up right now. My wife was stuck taking her. And so it's like, you know what? I'm going to wait up for my wife to make sure she makes it home safely. So I figure I might as well do a video while I'm watching her on the map to see how close she is. When she gets close, I'll end the video and we'll be done hanging out together. So why not use this time wisely? And I realized it's been over a week since I made a video. My last video was last Friday, a week ago. So a week and 2 days ago. And it's like, wow, it's been a long time since I've made a video. I need to get on it. And I was just sitting there messing around on the computer. I thought, you know what? I'm opening up that old gray mare. Because that old gray mare just ain't what she used to be. So this is the Mythic Legends. And am I calling it the wrong name? I always do, don't I? Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions. And I got this horse, like I said, a while ago. And I was kind of not too happy because it's gray. And I'm like, the gray horse just does not look cool. The black horse, cool. The brown horse, pretty cool too. But the gray horse, eh. And then I realized that his horse is gray. I thought, you know what? You know what? Instead of selling this gray horse, I am going to use it for my Marshall figure. Since he's on Eternia and he didn't bring 3030 with him. Besides, it just seems kind of strange to be riding a talking animal. That's why it gets weird about with Battle Cat and He-Man. It just seems strange when he hops on top of him. It's like, hey, dude. Why are you riding me, man? I don't know. It just seems weird. All right. Let me get this undone. Let me check and see where my wife is. Like I heard a car outside. It would be funny if she's already home. There's no way, though. There's no way she's already home. Let's see. Oh, she's still heading towards the airport. She hasn't even got there yet. Lots of time. Now, I do have work really early in the morning, but like I said before, I wanted to stay awake instead of going to sleep and not knowing if she made it back home safely. It's kind of a funny story. My daughter, who's a full adult, is supposed to go pick up her fiance, and when she left her apartment to go get him, she accidentally locked her purse in her house with her keys to both the car and the apartment. And since she calls me up, Dad, and of course, you know, we have kind of this weird giggle that we all do when we're super nervous. And so she was doing this, feeling nervous about calling me to say, hey, I'm locked out of my house. Can you guys help? And so my wife, being the amazing woman she is, there's not enough room in the car for all of us, said that she will take a trip to the airport in the middle of the night to get my future son-in-law. So that is where she's at. There we go. And it comes with the wild hair too. Yeah, well, my wife's kind of important to me, so. All right. I guess that head being black doesn't look that bad. On this side, it looked really weird because it's just a stark change. But on the other side, it's not so stark of a change. All right, so I want to go with the wild hair. I keep going with the wild hair all the time. Like on this one here, I have the wild hair. Wild hair, bump, bump. But I'm thinking I might. Well, I guess you'd change it when he's riding really wild. If he's driving wild, you'd use the wild hair. But you know what? We're just going to use this normal hair for now. Now, these horses are so cool. And they got different leg types, as you can see. The big old fur on the bottom is just like it was for the, it's not. It's a little different, isn't it? Let's take a look here. No, it's the same. So it's the same scope they used for the Headless Horseman horse. So that's cool. So let me show you a cool little trick here I do. You see how these feet are kind of stuck together on the bottom? Now, when you first get them, they're nice and even like they're supposed to be. But as time goes on, sometimes you have them stored bad or something else. You can see the feet just get kind of, you know, they kind of mold to this shape. Now, there's a couple things you can do. One is you could heat it up and see if you can't, you know, try to straighten it out. But I find it works good. It's the cold mold. And so I got these parts from Modulok's robot that I always forget his name. And basically these are extra pieces. I just put them together like that. And once you get these, you just stick them between the legs. And then you rotate them right in that spot where it's a little bit more narrow. And you just leave them in there for a couple days. And next thing you know, the legs will be fine. So that's what I do, is I just stick them like that. Leave them in there for a while. And I used to store them that way all the time too, to keep them so they wouldn't get pushed together. And they work also really good for the He-Man horses too, for like She-Ra's horse and Bo's horse and everybody else's horse. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're here to still check out this gray horse. So one thing that's also cool about these horses too is they are fully customizable. Let's see, would clear plastic hoof trays do that too? Yes, they do come with plastic hoof trays. I just tossed mine a second ago. You could use those as well. The He-Man horses didn't come with that when I first devised that cool little trick. So you can pull off what you don't like, what you do like. Like this little thing comes off the back, you want to pull it off. All these little pieces come off so you can have however you want the saddle to look. If you want all the embellishments or no embellishments. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the neck piece on this one. Now I can't get that back on. It's so interchangeable. I'll probably have to pull the saddle off and push it all the way in. But let's go ahead and I'll leave it on because it looks weird without it because of that black line right there. You can see that stark difference between the gray and the black. So you'd have to put something there. So I'll just leave that for now. And let's go ahead and try out Brave Star. Now he's pretty short next to this horse, but I wanted him to have the same size horse as the other characters that I'll be using for the shoot. And it seemed weird to... Oh, my microphone's falling out. It seemed weird to give him a shorter horse because he's a shorter guy. It would just seem wrong. But let's go ahead and put Brave Star on the horse. Of course. Yeah! He does look really small on there. That's funny. Well, it could be some big giant war horse. It's a war horse, I tell you. Now, I talked to somebody who rides horses, and they were telling me that normally the foot, they point the heel up. I always point it down, though, for the figures, just so it holds the stirrup in place. But normally you would ride you wouldn't ride your horse like that. And now we'll stick this in there. And now he can feel at home with a gray horse on Eternia, just like he does on his home planet, New Texas. All right. Da 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 da. All right, let's get some more horses out. So this horse used to be Arrow, and you can see the legs again. Whoop whoop whoop. They're kind of doing that old thing. So I got another one here. There we go. And so I took this from one of the Four Horsemen's horse for the mane. And then the tail I painted brown. I painted that brown. I decided, did I paint this one? No, I didn't paint this one. I have one that I have painted these all blue on there, but this is not the one. This is not the one. Oh, come on, horse. Stay with me. Stay with me. I just realized I'm still short a horse. Because I have a horse. This used to be one character, but I decided to split her up into two. And now it's just two characters. I don't have a horse for the other one. Because really... Where is she? Ugh. Here's Spirit. Spirit. You got spirit? Let's hear it. Here we go. What is going on with these back legs here? All right, hold on a sec. I am missing a character. I could have sworn I gave him a brown horse too, but maybe not. Yeah, I gave him a black horse as well. Skeletor, you gotta move. Oh! Almost put you through the TV set there. It's kind of funny because he's a DC character and this is Batman's horse, so it's fitting. Enoch Chuck! Don't do that while you're on the horse, man. You're going to break its back. Okay. Open Dynam Hond. we go. Blam, blam, blam. Stay. Whew. Getting a lot of horses here. Oh, there she is. Here she is. Now I gotta find her hat. I don't know where her hat went. Whoop. Now I'm knocking down whole entire horses this time, not just fit. Hasn't fit in there. I don't know where her hat is. It's annoying. Okay. Let me look on top up here. Flash. Oh, I found it. Oh, wait. Nope, that's the wrong hat. Oh. That's this guy's hat. Ugh. Batman's horse, not the other ones because he had prep time. That's hilarious. Okay, stand. So when you look at all of these extra leg repair pieces I have, crazy, crazy. All right, let me replace this light battery. Dude, you're falling apart. What the heck, man? Ugh. 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 You're missing a gun, too. Man, these guys are getting in shambles from me throwing them all in the box. There's your gun. Is the hat in here? These work for her legs too. See, here's those clear little pieces that you were talking about earlier for the horse feet. Oh, I found her hat. I found her hat. Now this is actually Black Widow's head that I stuck on here. So I do call this character Scarlet. And I made the hat form-fitting to her actual hair, so it actually fits right on there perfectly. There you go, Scarlet. And actually the pink horse is supposed to be Scarlet's horse, but Jennifer Gunsmoke also rides her horse, so I have to get a different horse, I think. I need to find another horse for females. Because originally I was going to use one character, like I said, but I decided to divide it up into 2 different characters. Mostly because when I stuck her head on this figure, it was way too small, and I had it on there for a while, and it didn't look terrible, but it didn't look great. And then I ended up, I really wanted to use this head really bad for Jennifer, because she starts out as a scientist, and then turns into a cowgirl. And I used the G.I. Joe cover girl for it. Let's see. James says the guy you just put up, his face sculpt looks like Ben Stiller from some of the roles he's played with a large mustache. Oh yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? Rio Blast. Ugh. He's just not wanting to sit on his horse. Come on, man. Sit right. There you go. Whoop. The Ben Stiller mustache lookalike. All right. Anyway, so now I realize I'm 1 horse short. Now I have to go find another horse that will look good with a female. I do have another brown horse unopened, just like that one. But I'm really debating, do I want to use that for that character or not? Stand. All right, let's get this guy working. We can do it. We have the technology. There we go. Whoa, Batman's horse legs going all cockeyed. There we go. Whoa, look at all those horses. That is so cool. Like I said, I just need to get one more for her. I mean, she is supposed to be her sister, so we should run in the back. Whoop. That's just too weird. Kind of diminished her as a character, but being that she's a scientist, maybe she doesn't have the skill. Would you ride in the front like this, in front of the person riding the saddle, or would you ride behind them? How would that work? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Oh, there goes Rio Blast. Let's look at your guys' comments. Robot horse for the win. Yeah, I could use Stridor. People have mentioned that before about using Stridor and using the other horse, Night Stalker. I suppose I could have a scene where He-Man visits in Stridor. Just seems so out of place in the whole ranch thing, and all the horses are human to have a robotic horse. It's like, what, He-Man, you're afraid to ride a real horse? Let me show you a real horse, He-Man. Firmly grasp it. All right, let me check and see where my wife's at now. See how close she is. Do 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 do. Looks like she's circling the airport right now. So going around the parking area again and again until the person finds their car. Not their car, but our car driving by saying, "Hey, stop." All right, where is that other brown horse? I don't know where it's at right now, but I'm going to have to get... Whoa, another horse. Of course. Ah, she is such a cool figure. I remember for so long I wanted to get this figure, and I remember seeing people get all the pieces for her and everything else, and then I guess kept putting off getting her. Eventually I did get her and spent a fortune getting her. Way too much money to pay to get her. But she is really cool looking. Down goes Rio. Yes, Mike. He likes to take a tumble. Tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. Oh, that just annoys me. To no end that I have an extra person with no horse now. Okay. Let's line these things up. Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk. Batman's horse is so much bigger, which makes sense because, you know, if he turns into the giant, he needs an extra large horse. Put a door on the end here. And then we got oop, 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 oop. Ah. Stay on there. Oh, almost knocked them all over. You know what? She needs a back one for her back legs too for this horse. I realize I don't have all the names for these horses either. I mean, obviously I know who Spirit is, but I think that's the only name I have for it. I think I named him Nightmare, because Nightmare is just a cool name. It's Nightmare and Overkill. Huh! Choo 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 choo! All right, let me go ahead and change this light. It's dying. Skeletor's trying to join in there. Man, look at that. That is so cool. I mean, I guess I could have Bo in here with his pinky horse with the blue saddle too. I did make a blue saddled horse saddle for him. Ha! Blam, 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 blam. All right, let's see your guys' comments. Nope, no more new comments. Cool, cool. Well, you guys, thanks for joining me. This was really cool. I should grab that box out of there. Hold on a minute. Hold up. Before I kill the video stream. Might as well pull him out too. You know, Chuck. Oh. I think the silver one was made for somebody else to hold. Got the cool eagle too. So I am planning on selling a whole bunch of figures coming up. I just got a bunch of boxes. And I am going to get a lot of my Masterverse and a lot of my Origins and focus mostly on classics and just keep some of my favorite figures from those two sets. So here is Bo's horse. Now normally Bo's horse had a pink saddle. It was just killing me. I just couldn't do it. So I painted these blue and used one of the saddles from that flying horse, Swift Wind. So I have that horse too. Oh, then we got the old mechanical. Oh, what the heck, He-Man? You can't ride a real horse? Nope. I'm going Man-at-Arms tech all the way. Oh, I got his helmet inside there. That's why it's not going in. Well, it still ain't going in. I guess there's no real seat in there. I guess he just stands in there. I can't stand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoo! There we go. I guess that looks cool. It's about the right size. I thought that horse would be way too big, but it's like just a little bigger than Batman's horse. Then we have Night Stalker. Dun 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 dun. I don't have any bad guys out to ride Night Stalker though. So what's funny is a lot of times people think Night Stalker goes with Jitsu, and that this horse here, the orange one, I can't think of his name now, goes with Fisto. And really, only people think that because it came in 2-packs. And the 2-packs came with Fisto and Stridor and Jitsu and Night Stalker. Only because they were released the same year. But if you take a look, it would make a lot more sense to have Stridor be the horse of Rio Blast, because he's the only real cowboy, and there's really not a lot of horses in the Moto world. There is in the Shiro world, but not in the actual He-Man side of the house. So, thanks, James. Never seen Faker is with a mount. Would he have a horse or a fake battle cat? That's kind of funny. I have seen, obviously, the figures and customs people do with Faker and his duplicator cat. So that'd be kind of funny. Duplicator. I don't even know what character I'd put in here. I know everybody uses Jitsu, but it just feels cheap. I mean, it does have kind of an Asian flair with this helmet on, I suppose. Let me go ahead and change the helmet out on this one to the other helmet. Does this helmet fit on these horses? Nope. Not very easily. I must have that on wrong. I do. That's funny. I actually like it better helmetless. I think it looks really cool without the helmet on. But I guess I'll stick this little orange one on so you can still see the cool robotic face. Nay. It's so cool the neck is fully articulated on these ones. Okay, let's get a bad guy. I don't want to stick Overkill in that. It's just doesn't make a lot of sense because Overkill's sent from the Horde, and Night Stalker is from Skeletor's camp. Yeah, I don't know. Just not feeling it. Let me see. The attack track, a Sentinel tank, Strider's brother in a way. I could see that. All right, which character should he put inside of Night Stalker? I mean, it kind of makes sense to put this guy in Night Stalker because it's kind of a knight kind of horse. But his cape just won't make it work very well. But he'd be a cool character to put inside there. Beastman makes no sense because he deals with real beasts, not mechanical ones. So even though it kind of makes sense because he's a Beastmaster character, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to put him in there. How cool that custom looks. Oh. Anyway. Faker could be cool too. I suppose Faker could be kind of cool. He does have purple shorts. He does have purple boots. I'm not really a fan of Faker. Everyone's going to go, oh, not a fan of Faker. Because it's just... He can't fool anybody. He's blue, for crying out loud. He's the wrong color. That's not He-Man. Where'd you go, Faker? I think he went in this spot right here. Now, of course, you could just be really lame and unimaginative and just toss Skeletor in there. Bah, ha, ha, it's Skeletor. I mean, he's even purple. I mean, obviously it was made for Skeletor. You can tell by the coloring. Just like this one being orange, brown, and silver, it's made for Battle Armor He-Man. It's pretty obvious that they actually made it in the same colors as Battle Armor He-Man. So even his little symbol on his chest is those browns and oranges. So it does make the most sense. Skeletor looks the best in there. But I just hate throwing Skeletor, and there's just so much a trope. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know what? That's what we're doing today. Skeletor is going in the mechanical. The mechanical horse. Of course. I mean, it's his purple. I mean, look at that. It's like having a green and purple car and not putting the Joker in it. Doesn't make any sense. It is his colors. Even though this guy has a lot of gold, he doesn't have any purple, and he doesn't really have any black. A purple cowboy hat. Yes. Get a bald skull head to put on there and a purple cowboy hat. That'd be cool. Alright. Sorry, you guys. I know it's boring just putting Skeletor in there, but I've made my call. It's going to stand. Ugh. Alright, so I put this case of figures away. It's funny. I do love this Beastman, how he came out a long time ago. Oh, it's so cool. These are 3D printed. I did them a long time ago. Sent them off to Shapeways to be made. These are just shoulder pads I stuck on his... This is heat shrink tubing that I cut to fit on there. I shrunk it on there. These pants are from one of the Fighting Foemen. I forgot which one. And then just painted these to match. It's just the brown ones. And then painted this to match the belt. And not that hard of a custom. It just looks really cool. And then I stole the hands from the 2000X Beastman and the cuffs from the 2000X Beastman. And there you have it. Yes, it is so sad that Shapeways is gone. Yep, there's some of my stuff I really can't make without Shapeways producing it for me. It's a bummer her legs are so loose. That does kind of bum me out a little bit. All right, I think that is pretty much it. I think I've covered the gambit on these horses. We all started with a horse for the Marshall, and there it is right there, the gray mare. Let me pull it out of there so you guys can look at it. And these horses are really heavy in comparison. And he does work nicely. As you can see, the feet actually go in the stirrups. He's got a nice ride on the saddle. His hand can hold the controls, because I can't, the reins. It's late, you guys. And I think it does look cool, even though it is kind of large for him, but a good battle horse is large. So, and I love the way the fur looks on here. It's pretty cool. So, even though I didn't want the gray horse, and I was so ready to return it, I'm glad I kept it. It does fit nice with the Marshall figure. So you can fit in with the rest of my He-Man figures. At Fort Capernaum, or whatever it's called, which is sitting on my shelf over there. And can you tighten the legs somehow? Yeah, I'm afraid to, because I spent so much money on her. I really don't want to break her. And it looks like it's where it connects into the joint. Now, I could probably put an O-ring on it like I usually do. But again, I don't want to risk ruining her because this is hard plastic, not rubbery. And so I don't want to try to pull that leg off and end up breaking something. You just see it's just a little bit loose in there against the structure. And they're uneven too. I didn't realize her hips were slightly different, which makes sense because you have tolerance buildups and being the figures made in different pieces. I found most Build-A-Figures do not stand the same height on both legs. It's really annoying. Like when I had my, oh, what's the name? I'll pull them out of my closet here. Oh, Dark Side. That's right. This guy here. This is not the Build-A-Figure one, but my Build-A-Figure Dark Side, the legs were 2 different heights. And I have gotten 3 of them now, and all 3 have the same problem with the legs being different heights. And it's just like, man. Would heating and rapid cooling tighten up on her? Again, I'm really afraid to heat her up. This is like some thin rubber, and it looks like it's I don't know if it's sewn there or what's going on there, but oh, here's the seam here. I just really don't want to ruin this figure accidentally, because like I said, I spent a mint on her, and I think she's one of the most expensive figures I bought besides the Mondo. I think she was comparable to the Mondo figures. I know you guys seen me tear apart Mondo figures before, but they're different for some reason in my head, even though I know it's the same price. But for some reason, this figure's value just feels so much higher to me because she's not really worth that much. So it just strikes me different. And so it's just hard to take a risk with her because I've destroyed figures before, and it's just not worth the risk. Not worth the risk, man. All right, so now I know I need one more horse for her. And I think I know the horse. I have figured out the horse I'm going to get. I am going to get a horse just like this, but with the pink saddle. And I think that's the horse I'm going to use. I think I have one in my closet. So I'll pull the horse out of the closet. I'll do another grand opening. And that will be her horse. Which would be kind of cool is it will kind of match this horse a little bit. Because that one has a pink saddle. But the hair on that one's brown instead of orange. So that'd be kind of fun. Mike says, I understand that. All right. Anyway, you guys, I know it's a late video. Thanks for joining me. Now I got all these figures to put away. And like, subscribe, tell your friends, and hopefully I'll make some more videos coming up. Man, this Beastman is so cool. I remember making him too, being so excited when I finished him. I mean, yes, I've made lots of cool custom Beastmans through the years, but I guess while I'm here, I might as well pull out Hordak's Ride. Oh, it's the big bug. I don't have a Hordak out to ride the big bug. He's made out of Lego pieces. The Manosaurus. Mantisaur. Now, I did use the real Manosaur head for it because I couldn't make the head look right. But other than that, it's all Lego pieces. I had to use some tie right here to tie it up because it just looked really weird in that area. And it kept falling apart. And so this tie has been wrapped around and around and around. It's elastic. And that holds it on. And these actually shoot out of the gun up here. These bug-looking things. And it has a very Micronaut feel to it, being it's a big giant bug creature. I know it only has 4 legs instead of 6 like the other one has. I was going to put legs here to give it all 6, but I liked having the handles for them to hang on to. I may someday go back and put legs here instead. I don't know. So you have a spot I can put legs there coming down. And give it all 6 legs. But I think 4 legs works just fine because it still has 6 limbs. It's got the 4 legs and the 2 arms. I got a lot of rides. Hit the like button, become a member, share the video. Thanks, Mike. All right. Until next time, good journey, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I know that was a pretty long video to talk about one horse, but we have ran the gambit, I think. So, again, do check out my auctions in the near future. I'll be putting a bunch of stuff up this week, probably. And I think I'll put it most up Thursday. I'm not sure. And until next time, good journey and good night. And this light's just about dead. I'm going to charge this one too. Bye now.